Hey, what's happening, Tim, with Nomad Trading? Decided to go live, guys, show you what's going on in the market today, right now. There's a few things moving, and show you my trades from this morning. Up another 116 bucks in a few minutes this morning on this small E-Trade account, so that's pretty cool. Green, the little green number, that's exciting, right? Every time you see the little green number, it gets exciting. That's a good day. Making money clicking a few buttons. Today I traded XRF. This morning I was watching it pre-market, so I was kind of watching these levels here, and 240 would have been the pre-market high. 241 maybe, actually. Yeah, no, 240. So looking into the open, you can see down here all the volume. That's where the open is. So pre-market it came up. It had pulled back a bit, and then it started to show strength as market opened. So I looked to go long. My strategy, if you're not familiar with it and haven't been watching my videos, I am a very quick in and out scalper, particularly on high of day breaks and breaking the pre-market high of day. So that's what I did. This was textbook perfect situation. The first attempt was right here. I went long at 240, and it real quick shot up and then came right back down super fast. So I got scared out. I only made I think 5 cents per share. Yeah, 5 cents a share. So nothing exciting on that. Small gains, but still gains, probably like 30 or 40 bucks or something. Making 30 or 40 bucks in a minute though is never bad either. Then the second attempt was only made 10 cents a share on that. So not great on that either. If I would have kept holding it, it would have turned into a much bigger winner. But I'm just not good at holding it. I've said it before in videos, and it's true all the time. I trade scared, way too scared. I'm like a scared little boy here. Whenever I get in there and it's going up, and I just like to get right back out. And I can't help it. I'm usually only holding it for a minute or a few minutes, and then I'll get in and out, in and out, in and out. That's just not in this account. In this account, under the PDT, so it's can't really get in and out too many times in this, but a few times a week. Anyway, that's kind of my strategy, and as you can see, not making this up. Those are my actual trades this morning. So yeah, first attempts shot up, came back down a little too quickly for my likes, so I got out with only 5 cents of profit, and it did pull back all the way to VWAP, which is this red line right here, volume weighted average price. But then it showed strength and shot right back up. So I'm watching it and getting a little interested again. This time I'm looking, thinking that around the 250, because as we know, the whole and half dollar marks can tend to be areas of resistance. So I'm looking for that 250 mark. I saw size on the level 2 starting to come in. So as soon as I saw that, bam, click the buy button. It shot up, and I set my exit at 260, but the stock was actually at like 270 or so whenever I placed that trade. And I do that all the time. If I'm buying, I'll set the limit price higher than where I actually want to get bought. But typically you'll get filled lower than that. It just depends. But I don't want to get the move to pass me by, so I set it a little higher. Same thing, and when I'm trying to get out, I want to make sure I get out. So I will set, if the stock's up there in the 270 range or pushing 270, I might still have it set at 260 or 265 when I click that button, hoping to get filled up in the 270 range. But then in this case, that didn't happen. It actually filled me right where I entered my price at 260, even though it was trading higher than that. And that's just the, you're kind of at the mercy of the market maker and where they fill you at. So anyway, can't complain though. Can't complain. 116 bucks in just this little spot here and this little spot here. Two tiny little pieces of a move. And as you can see, as you get better, and I make no bones about it, I'm a scared trader. I'm still, like I said in many other videos, not some millionaire guru, amazing trader. I've just recently become profitable this year. So I'm still learning right alongside you. I've been doing it for a few years, so I probably know a little more than people that are getting started, but I don't claim to be an expert. I'm still perfecting my strategy. This is a strategy that works for me. Very high odds setup for me anyway. When I've tracked it, I just need to work myself on holding it longer. And in this situation here, it was probably the right decision. This could have broke VWAP and headed all the way down. You never know. In this situation, it shot back up, and hindsight's always 2020. I should have held it longer, and I would have ended up with a nice, at least around 50 cents a share. It would have been a pretty awesome $300 or $400 gain instead of making 117 bucks. But still, not going to complain. Hindsight's always 2020. You always look back at them, and as long as I can take a tiny piece of the move and not be at too big a risk and feel pretty comfortable with it, making money, that's all that matters. Other things that are moving today, we've got about 9 minutes until power hour. A lot of people, DCAR was another one that would have been a perfect ideal setup, and I was watching this pre-market and watching it into the open. I was just already kind of committed to XRF at that point, so I was watching this, but also this is one where on the daily chart I had looked back and there was this candle that had topped out around 110 and this one that had opened in that same area. So I was kind of thinking into the open when it was pushing those same areas, it might end up pulling back and not really being able to break that. And I couldn't find news. There might have been news. I didn't look very hard, but on the other websites. But as far as on eTrade, it didn't pop up. So the lack of news and then looking like it could end up being topping out at that range made me a little scared to buy it. And that was the wrong move. Mistakes happen. Maybe I could have made more money on this. I don't know. It just depends. But I'm happy with what I did on XRF. And you kind of just, for me anyway, I pick one and go with it. It's hard to concentrate on more than one stock when you're scalping like I do. So it's just how it played out. But it would have been a perfect setup for what I do. That high of day break right there. If you'd have bought it there, you'd had a nice several green candles in a row, plenty of gain, and plenty of chances to get out of the stock. So would have worked out as well. IZEA has a ton of volume on it. Let's see what it's traded. It's traded 93 million shares on the day. So quite a few shares, quite a few people trading that. It's another one that would have worked had you been really watching it pre-market and then bought into the open here. I mean, that thing went crazy. You could have gone in around 43 cents and had tons of opportunity to make money, tons of opportunity to get out of the stock. I mean, you could have very easily made it went up 30 cents a share on that first big move. So you could have pretty easily got 10, 15, 20 cents, which is a lot on these really small, cheaper stocks like this. When you're talking about 40 cents, you can buy quite a few shares of that even with a small account and make 10 or 20 cents. That's pretty good. Make a lot of money. And then it offered another opportunity had you bought the breakout there. Had a nice little spot there. Not as big of a gain opportunity, but still could have made some decent money there. And then it's pretty much faded the rest of the day. Not too exciting. To me, it wouldn't be exciting unless it could make its way all the way back up here, back over VWAP and start testing some of these little peaks. Unlikely to happen. Mark is another one that's traded a lot. I think it's traded 126 million almost shares today. So that's pretty awesome. Big mover. This one I didn't like as much. I saw it earlier, but I didn't like it because of the days of resistance. Like to me, buying it down here, you have a couple of days that are trading in the same range. Buying it up here where it is now, a little over $1. Well, then you got this candle here, could act as resistance. And then you got these other candles over here. So to me, ideally, you want to go buy the breakout when there's blue sky up above it, so to speak. When there's much rather buy it up here where there's nothing but empty space up above, plenty of room to run. Or you can buy breakouts when there's a little room in between. Like if you were buying here, the breakout of these days here, this is the daily chart, by the way. If you were buying there, then to me anyway, I'd be looking to sell up in this range that it's at now. So is resistance and support ever a sure thing? No. But all you can do, all I do is trade scared and try to look at areas where people could be looking to get out of the stock and where shorts could be looking to pile in, because all resistance and support is a mental area that enough people see it, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that comes true. So if there's enough people looking at that area, like this right here, the open of this candle was 105, and what do you know? Today's candle, the high of day is 105. These things aren't coincidences. This is what you learn when you're trading. And does it always stop at these levels? No, it could blow right past it. You never know. All you can do is be ahead of the game and be watching those areas, see how the stock reacts, read the level 2, and then you kind of know if it's time to get out or if it's time to buy more or what situation you have. But people that say that trading is just complete luck have never looked at charts like this one or like any chart and seen that, hey, there's a level of resistance. This is where this candle topped out. And it's not rocket science that this one hit the same level and bounced off. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully for you guys looking to trade it, it'll break past this level of 108 or so. Hopefully it'll get past 105, past 108, and keep going. And then I'd be looking up in this range, up at the tops of these candles in the 130s as a possible exit. So that's kind of where we're at on Mark. Other than that, the overall market, let's see, it's pretty much sideways. If you look at right here, you can see your percent gain or loss from yesterday till today, and we're 0.10% up, so it's basically sideways. On the scanner, yeah, Mark would be the only one out of the hot stocks of the day that I see right now that I would be interested in watching or that I'll focus on would be Mark, and that's because it's pushing up close to this level of resistance where it could have a nice spot to make a little profit if it breaks past that, and it does have the volume to do so. And looking late into the day, we are pushing the high of daybreak. So possibility that this one heats up into power hour and keeps going. These other ones that are hot today are really just getting pretty beaten down on a downtrend. They kind of had their shot in the morning and now have been fading. So nothing really interesting on any of them unless you're some kind of a dip buyer. Everybody's got their own strategies. If you're some kind of a dip buyer, you like buying stocks when they're beaten down, maybe you're looking at these stocks and hoping that they come back. You're buying low of day and hoping it comes up a little bit and you can get out of it in power hour, and that might work out. But other than that, I don't really see much else going on. So feel free to shoot me some messages in the comments, shoot me an email, whatever. Let me know what you like, what you want to see. If there's anything I can do better or worse, let me know. Some ideas you have for videos, let me know about those. Other than that, hit the like, hit the subscribe for the YouTube algorithm, and come join me in the Nomad Treehouse. Hang out with Tim, It's cool where we're at. I will talk to you later. Good luck trading. God bless. Peace.